I still remember that rainy morning when my son David and his wife Clara brought me to the care home. They told me it was for my comfort, but the truth sat in their eyes long before the words left their mouths. They wanted my house, the same house where I had raised him, the one his father built with his bare hands. They smiled as they signed the papers, promising to visit every week. Weeks turned into months, and I became nothing more than a burden they had finally unloaded. At night, when the lights went out, I'd lie awake listening to the clock tick, counting the seconds of my loneliness. But I didn't cry. No, I planned. I may have been old, but I was not foolish. You see, before David and Clara moved me here, I had quietly changed my will. I had also spoken to a kind lawyer, a man who understood that sometimes justice takes patience. They thought they owned my home, but they didn't. I let them think it. Months later, the care home staff became my real family. Nurse Annie treated me like her own mother. She would sit with me during tea and tell me stories about her little daughter. She reminded me of what love really looked like, gentle, selfless, and true. Then one day, David came storming in, red-faced and nervous. "Mom," he said, "we need your signature. The bank needs confirmation." I looked him in the eyes, calm and steady. "Oh, you mean for the house you already think you own?" I asked softly. His wife's fake smile cracked. "It's just paperwork," she said. "Nothing serious." I signed something that day, but not what they expected. You see, my lawyer had already transferred the house to the care home charity under my name. That property would now provide free rooms for other elderly people abandoned like me. 2 weeks later, they found out. The phone call came, filled with shouting, cursing, and disbelief. "How could you give it away?" David screamed. "It was never yours to take," I replied. I hung up, smiling. For once, the silence after the call felt peaceful. I didn't seek revenge out of hate. I did it to teach them what love isn't. Love isn't taking what doesn't belong to you. Love is sitting beside someone when they have no one left. The care home threw a small tea party the next day to celebrate. Nurse Annie hugged me and said, "You did something beautiful, Margaret." I smiled and looked out the window at the setting sun. "They called this a care home," I whispered. "But this is where I finally found care."